Hello and welcome to a Smurd P video, and yes, I'm a wee bit behind. We're looking at Immortal X-Men issue 12, and wow, what a damn good issue. I never thought I could enjoy an issue as much as I did this. It was pure brilliance in terms of how it is, and there were moments where I was just like, oh my goodness, that just happened. And oh my goodness, that makes total sense. Why didn't I see it from the beginning? Why didn't I see it? So, chapter 12, The Idiot. So, Shaw and Peter Rasputin's meet. And they sort of agree to a sort of alliance around a vote, so to speak. A private vote where at the moment Hope, Xavier, Emma, and Exodus will be excused from the room, and Peter has more votes because he is covering Storm, and Storm is actually currently covering Nightcrawler, which I didn't know, which must be happening somewhere else, which I didn't know. So we also know that Peter is currently being ridden by some dude from Russia. I can't remember who. So they're telling his story and making him do things that he does not want to do. So, without ado, and Xavier that gone, they vote. And they vote for a new member to go on the council. And in Peter's mind, Peter is hoping that one of his friends will notice that he is not acting in a way that good old Peter Rasputin, Heart of Gold, usually would. Hence, Kate's surprise when he takes 3 votes in one, and Selene is on the board just like that. And Peter can only hope that his friend will come to his aid. So, this is written by Kieron Gillen. Lucas Werneck is on the art. David Corral is on the colors. VC's Krenkel is on the les. And Tom Muller and Jay Bowen are on design. And this is Phil Nolan's Quiet Council variant cover, which I am very fond of and I always seem to get. So, apparently Resurrection isn't only Krakoa's thing. Selene has managed to come back from the dead, which is quite simple. Now, Destiny sprouts out that she does not agree with this, and Shaw is working for Orchis. And he says, well, you know what, why don't we have a telepath do that for me? Obviously, not Jean and Rachel, because they have their own issues with me. And clearly it can't be Xavier and Hope or Exodus or White Queen, because they can easily, they're not in the game, so to speak, because of perhaps being compromised. So Rasputin from the future comes in and she does it, although he shows her one thing. So perhaps, so Peter thinks that this is it, that he's going to be revealed as this villain, so to speak. But he isn't the villain. Perhaps he's still the king, moving his chess pieces around, which is quite great. So she then asks to scan Destiny, so to speak, and Destiny says, no, you're not doing that. And then Shaw said, perhaps in some future, there's a reason why I'm with Orchis. Maybe it's down to this mistrust, etc. So, anyway, Peter wants to move on to other discussions, which is, he almost gets called that he's selling out. He says that this council is corrupt, etc. He wants to either be Nightcrawler's proxy permanently, or they replace Kurt, quite simple. So then he pops out with this big thing about, you know, he became X-Force's liaison to prevent further abuses of the power of this council. Iceland could be dead thanks to you. And Kate, you're closer to Emma Frost than us. That says a lot. We're no longer the people that we want, etc. So he thinks he's being quite smug, and it's a plan to hurt Krakoa, etc. And he wants to share the timeline of Sinister with everybody as well, which will lead to more damage to this country, etc. Which is great. So they're all trying to stay calm here. Hope wants to go snooping, etc. But X is doing something in the background, which we'll find out in a minute. Meanwhile, Professor Xavier and Emma Frost are saying, because of the Sinister timeline, we want to ensure that we do not do these things because it's the right things to do. However, Hope then connects, I can't remember who she connects to, is it Rasputin? And then she goes running in, and she wants to get in that council. She sees something, and we've got Mother Righteous in the background doing spells here. So we also get this moment where Hope says to Exodus, if you come in here and kick this person's touch, we're all cool, etc. Emma reads Hope's mind and says they need to go and act. Xavier, they go fight on the astral plane, etc., or, battle it out, etc., and Exodus says can't help. So there's fighting outside, and this was one of Shaw's and perhaps, I can't remember whether it's Peter's fears, is that there was going to be some sort of interruption to get to this point, etc. So Kate's trying to push back. Peter's trying to do his thing. And what's happening, because he's being written, what happens in the book? Things get dramatic. Hence why we're reading this. Drama is what we want. If everything's smooth sailing, we're not going to enjoy that book, are we? We want to see some bumps in the damn road, etc. And one such bump is a Storm being teleported in. Storm is teleported in to stop things from going any further. And the other thing we need to know about Colossus, he's so used to fighting, but he can't fight this. He's not strong enough. That's why he is overwhelmed and being ridden so easily, etc. So they suggest that they go off and they resume voting later on. He's also hoping that his friends have realized what is going on with him and start taking a deeper look. Will he be overlooked, etc.? So Destiny and Mystique catch up. So Destiny thinks Mystique is being distant with her, but she's also says, because this whole new mind map, etc., has happened, because of the Sinister timeline changing, she can't read the future fully. She can see things short term, etc. But that is about it, and that's where she says, you're gonna kill me. Shocking out of the blue, when we thought it was Mystique who was gonna die and not be returned. That was Irene's fear, that she was gonna be gone. However, Mystique shares her the thing, which the recording from the future, etc., where and then Irene tells her, that's what I did. I went and I let everything burn so that you can live for as long as you could. And Mystique says, no, you caged me by doing that. You control, it's almost like a control thing by you doing that, allowing things to happen. And then it's an interesting moment seeing these two like this, because if you think back to those earlier stories between these two, they weren't like this. You didn't see the relationship like this, and it is, I'm actually quite fond of these two being together, which I never thought I would ever say, but it's a really beautiful relationship, a relationship that I want to continue reading about and seeing on here. So they make up, and she says, I would never kill you. I would never kill you. Meanwhile, in the background, Mother Righteous is doing a spell. Holy Mother Jesus Christ, I'm sorry if you are religious, but this just freaking happened. Boom! She stabs her, she guts her, she is freaking dead. Just like that. Oh man. I turned the page, I was like, what the effing hell did I just shocked. And this is what I'm saying, why this is such an amazing thing. So we're going to go on the next shocker. The next shocker, and this is the bit. So we've already had shocker 1. So, Destiny, Irene, is brought back. Now, because Hope brought back Destiny, and Hope has possibly compromised, Sinister now uses this to his advantage to control the council, because he says, but no votes for Destiny, but you can be on the council, but no votes, etc. Maybe I am working for Rogers now. Wow. That was a great move, and a brilliant move, and a brilliant thing for sure, because I know that we haven't had this Shaw like this as this villain playing these games, which he's good at, for a long time. He's sort of been in the back, and sort of in Marauders ended up sort of getting done over by Emma Frost and Kitty Pryde. I think Kitty Pryde got done over at one point by Shaw, but it was never like this. This is the real Shaw that I damn well love, and I love these games, and this is why this comic is one of the best comics that I enjoy reading. So, the world's going to know the sins of Krakoa. It's done. And then Storm asks Peter why. And in his head, he wants to tell her the truth. But instead, he has to, he's right to sprout some sort of justifications. You trusted me, Storm. I don't trust you. It was arrogant to assume I would agree with you in all things. And even in this moment, he's hoping she realizes what is going on. He realizes what is going on. And he says, I am not your playing piece. Just like that. He wants her to realize, I'm being picked, I'm being played, I can't control myself. He wants Aura to see behind this ridiculous justification, to see the truth, etc. That he's trapped, controlled, out of control, and he's doing these things that he just cannot do. And just like that, it's overlooked, isn't it? We all do it. We all do it in life. We all overlook somebody when they say something, and we don't see those signs that something's wrong. You know, I've done it before, you know, many times where somebody said something to me, and instead of realizing that it was that cry for help, that they just wanted me to realize that they were in trouble and ask are they okay, you know. I didn't realize it, and this is one of those moments where, and it's freaking brilliant, because it's life, you know, and you know, several occasions during Immortal X-Men, Kieron's got me, and he's got me good, and it's got me realize that happens all the time. It happens all the time. And she simply says, we'll live with what you've done today, Peter. I hope you're all right. Just like that, Peter's still trapped. Nobody's discovered the truth. Trapped in a Russian novel is not a place for hope. And then we got an X. So, wow, what an issue. That got me even more at the end as I went through that with you, more than when I read it. Wow, what a cool issue. What a good issue. Very well written. Kieron at his damn well best. And this is why I still love this show. And you know, this run of X-Men, I was actually thinking about, should I keep doing this? Should I keep doing Immortal X-Men? I'm glad that I, you know, just reading this, it just reminds me, this is why you're doing it. This is why this is such an amazing comic. You need to keep reading these. You need to keep doing these reviews, and so forth and so forth. Anyway, I hope you like my review. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. I really appreciate it. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. Make sure you look after yourself. Did I say thank you for everybody that's watched? Thank you to everybody that's subscribed. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.